If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
Ken Biddison here, our Baltimore sports media superstar, hopeful for today. I'm going to sign. You want this to Ken? Purple Rain too?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All
Ken.
right. Do you read?
Yeah, I'll read it.
That's right. You're a listener to WNST. You don't listen to 105.7. They don't read over there. All right, here you go. You're on the clock. You got your 5 minutes. Ken Biddison of Parkville and doing some sports radio. Go knock him out.
Well, thank you, Nestor. All right, hello, everyone. I'm actually Ken Biddison from, I grew up in Parkville. I live in the Towson area right now, going to school. I wanted to actually talk to you about the Ravens today because I'm a huge Ravens fan, and I know most people here listening to this radio station are as well. What I really want to go through is the fact that what we need to do in order with the NFL draft. How can we better ourselves as a team? As many of you know, we've signed Steve Smith. We've got an extra running back, Justin Forsett. That'll help out with the offense, along with re-signing key players such as Dennis Pitta, along with Eugene Monroe. And also we got Owen Daniels, of course, to be the second tight end. So what I want to talk about is what can we do with the NFL draft? My opinion, still in the first round, now that we have Steve Smith, I really don't think we should go with a wide receiver. It would be hard to pass on someone like a tight end like Eric Ebron if he is still there. But at the same time, we can also take that time for a safety or an offensive tackle to solidify either of those two areas. Now, once we get to that second and third round, that's where I want to start talking about Terrence West from Towson University. I mean, he was a great running back. I saw some of his games while I'm at Towson. Of course, I think he would be a great addition to the running back roster. We have a little drought with the running game last year because of just injuries and things like that. But I hope that we can get some fresh blood in here. No offense to Ray Rice, Bernard Pierce, or anyone, but I think it would be a nice addition to have a homegrown Terrence West or hometown Terrence West to be able to come in and help play for his team that he watched growing up. And one thing I want to ask the Baltimore Ravens actually think about why we should draft him. Terrence West, he scored a total of 41 total touchdowns last year, including the playoffs. And I think that's the type of production we need from a running back. We already have our bell cow. We already have a strong power runner. But we need that extra person just to get in there and help change a pace. And I think Terrence West could be that person. There, of course, I want to go now back to the later rounds possibly of the draft. And I've been hearing rumors about us being interested in Michael Sam. And I think that would be a great addition for the Ravens because he's a pass rushing specialist that, of course, was named co-defensive player of the year for the college last year. And I believe he would be a perfect fit for the Ravens locker room. He would, learn from great Ravens defensive leaders. And with the departure of Art Jones, I really feel like that Michael Sam would be a perfect fit for us because you got to look at Paul Kruger. At first, he was bouncing around defensive end and linebacker, and he finally found his niche as a pass rushing linebacker. So I feel like at the same time, Michael Sam, everyone keeps talking about how he might not be able to be big enough to play a defensive end. He might not be able to be play outside linebacker. But guess what? We could use him in a situational role like Paul Kruger did. And I think he'd be a great fit for this. Also, I feel like this year there's a lot of naysayers, of course, except for the Baltimore area about possibly having the Ravens go back to the playoffs this year. But I believe this is another year that we could definitely bounce back. I mean, we have all the right pieces. We have our quarterback. We have the potential running game to just bounce back from last season. And we have the upgraded wide receiver core. Everything is falling in place for us to make another run at that Lombardi Trophy. I think we are definitely the most improved AFC North team in the division right now. We definitely went out. We didn't make splashy moves, but that's all right. We made what we needed to do. And therefore... So I just wanted to point out, I hope everyone's excited about the NFL draft as much as I am. I feel like it'll definitely help us build through the team. And, there's always those potential of the undrafted rookies that could fall into the Ravens, such as in recent years. We had Laquan Williams, we had Jameel McClain, and a few others. So if we can always mine the undrafted pool, I know we don't have as many draft selections as we used to in more recent years, but I think we can definitely build around the team again. Now, as it goes for the Baltimore Orioles, I want to talk a little bit about them this year, and I believe this is a year that I feel like it's almost like a must-win season for them this year, only because of the potential of free agents that's going on with Matt Wieters and Chris Davis coming up in the next 2 years. I think this is a time that we really need to see what's right and have it go on to who do we need to re-sign? Who needs to still be the building block? In my opinion, what the Orioles need to do, they actually need to go ahead and keep J.J. Hardy, Matt Wieters, and Chris Davis. Those are 3 players that have always helped us out. It's a great little foundation we have. And also, of course, Manny Machado will be coming back soon. Can't wait for that to happen. I'm sure everyone else is, too. It'll just be that exciting. Nestor's actually back here in the studio, so I'm going to actually hand it back over to Nestor.
You're Ken Biddison for W.
Oh, I'm Ken Biddison for WNST.
Yeah, that's all right. That's good.
Superstar.
Good job. Let's make it sure. Just, come on now. They want to know who you are. They want to know who you are.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.